Hello, everyone. I'm back for another repotting. This will be part three of repotting. As you can see on the screen, I'm repotting one of my phalaenopsis to a bigger pot because I believe it's outgrowing its pot. And even though this is in bloom, as you can see right here, I just thought it would be good to go ahead and repot it because the leaves on this is growing small. So I don't know if it has to do with deficiency or some type of stress. I'm not sure, but I do fertilize my orchid. I don't know if it's enough or it just needs repotting. But anyway, I soaked her in water for about half an hour. And the new pot that I will be using, which is it's a clear pot. Now this is, I think, is about 7.5 inches in width, and I have drilled holes so it will breathe, as you can see. See all four sides and also in the bottom. And I will be inserting it in this pot right here, this green pot, which has no holes. And I bought this at Home Depot, and it does have an escape hole, but my husband was kind enough to put what do you call it, silicone on the bottom. I don't know if you can tell or not, but he filled the hole with silicone, and it's been drying for about a few days, about 3-4 days now, and so I'm ready to use it. And I could probably easily have him drill holes and just put it directly my my orchids in there directly, but I just wanted to use it as a decorative pot. But anyway, let's go ahead and start potting this, so we could start repotting. Like I said, I've been soaking this in water for about half an hour. So what I'm gonna do, I have to take it to the sink because this has water still. So I have to drain this for a second so I can make it easier to unpot it. And so, and this pot, this orchid here, I only had this repotted for 2 years because I got this in early summer. So it's coming out easily. Oh, good. I thought it was going to be hard for a minute. So there we go. Let me put this here so I don't know if you guys can see what I was doing. As you can see, it's still in full bloom. So I'm going to be repotting this in the new bark. So I think I'm just looking for any dead roots in here that I need to remove. And I don't see any dead roots actually. Well, take that back. down here in the middle. And I'm not going to spray this with any peroxide because it's fairly healthy. And like I said, I had this phalaenopsis for about 2 years now. So I think it'll be fine. And let me show you the roots. It's really healthy. Can you see that? Look at how healthy it is. And I've been feeling around for a few minutes here now, and there's all of them are fairly good roots. So let me give you a good look. This is what a healthy roots should look like when you're growing your phalaenopsis. So yeah. So I'm happy with this. So I'm gonna repot it the way it is. And look at how long this roots is. So yeah, and you know, you see the color of this is fine. Even though they're brown and I'm feeling them, they're not soggy, they're not, you know, black or anything like that. So this is good. So I don't have to do anything to it. So I'm just gonna put it here and get my other pot, the new pot that will go in, ready. So like I said, I'll be using so I'll be using, let me go get this moved here. I'm putting a catcher here. So what I did was I'm gonna put this here like this so you can see how perfectly it fits. Let me tilt it over. That's how it's gonna look inside. And so yeah, that's how it's gonna look inside. So and this particular container, I bought it, like I said, I bought it in Home Depot. And this container is just a Tupperware, basically, from a cookie. I used it, it's from a grocery store, and it was stuffed with wafer. And so I just thought it was perfect for my my orchids to just go ahead and use it as a orchid pot, you know. And that's one way to save you some money a little bit, to buy clear pots. And a lot of times, a lot of clear pots that you want a good size or like a deep size, they're kind of expensive. And not only that, it's they don't have a lot of size for it either. So I'm rambling on, sorry about that. But anyway, here's my bark chips here, my bark. I have soaked it in water with a little bit of seaweed extract and calmac. And it just makes it easier for me to go ahead and soak the bark. You know, it's less dust and Um, uh, so I don't have to water it. Basically, it just to me it just to me it's just a lot easier. So let's check out this and see how deep we want this. And if I haven't mentioned how deep this is, this this pot is about 7, I would say 7.5. And I'm trying to figure out what should I go this way. Let's see, go this way. Yeah. I'm trying to center it so that way it's a lot easier. So I think that's pretty centered, I think. Yeah. So let's start filling it, shall we? Yeah, I was concerned about the new leaves that are coming in. They're coming in smaller, and I don't know if it has to do with, you know, the fact that, you know, stressed out or not enough fertilizer. But although I don't think it, in all honesty, I don't think it has to do with fertilizer because I do fertilize this weekly. We have to kind of maneuver this. I like to say that this past few days was kind of hectic for me because, well, not hectic, but sort of sad because my daughter, she's studying to become a vet tech, and she fostered a dog. And I know this has nothing to do with orchids, but she fostered a dog that when it was brought in, supposedly it was in a car accident, but you know, upon the vet and the rest of the staff there where she works couldn't find anything wrong with the dog. That, you know, they said they claimed to have was involved in a car accident. And what's the sad part about it is both of her eyes were basically out of the socket and were bulging out and hanging out basically, and the only thing was holding it was, you know, the vein and the eyelid. And I didn't see it personally because I chose not to see it, because if I did see it, I would cry in all honesty. And it's just, to me, I have 3 dogs myself, and I can't see how anyone could abuse you know, a helpless dog, you know, that you assume to care for, you know. And you know, she just went through surgery a couple days ago to, you know, they had to remove the whole entire eyes, both of her eyes, because it wasn't savable. And now she's, totally blind and she can't see due to that, whatever these people did. And she was dropped off by a, what do you call those those people that, animal control, animal control, sorry, animal control. And they were the one that said they found her wandering around, and they thought maybe she was in a car accident due to the way her eyes looked, but she had no sign of trauma to the rest of her body, and I just can't understand how people can be so cruel, to animals like that. They're helpless. They depend on, human to take care of them, and let alone human beings cruel to each other, it's just so sad. And I thought I would just bring it up because now my daughter wants to keep the dog, and like I said, I have 3 dogs, and I told my daughter, even though she's a sad case, she needs to find her a home. We can't keep any more dogs. I mean, we have 6 animals total, including 3 cats, and my husband says, nope, no more animals for us, because in all honesty, my husband goes, me, meaning me, I would end up taking care of the animals, not my daughter. Even though my daughter is an adult. I mean, she's just, she barely has time for her other 2 cats, let alone get another, get a dog. But I think she talked one of her friends to take in the dog, so that way she could, perhaps visit the dog and, keep in touch. And I told her, you keep this up and you don't limit yourself, you're gonna find yourself like an animal shelter. You're just gonna be filled with animals, and I get that. You try to save every animals out there, but you can't. You just have to do your best. I think we are done here. Yeah, I'm trying to get as much bark out of this container here that I soaked, but I think I need to probably need to shake it. I need to set this up a little high because I don't want the leaves to be get any water in there, and then I may have to clean it up a little bit. Yeah. Looks like I need some bark. You know what I could do? I could use some of this bark here. Oh, wait. Some of these bark here. They're not completely. You can put them on the top. Yeah, some of these barks, that the top bark of my orchid, the one that's repotting, they're still good, but the bottom, that's another question. It's not good. You don't want to reuse that because they're all broken down. But if you can use some of it, it's fine. I do it all the time. I don't think there's any really rule of thumb. Um, if the bark is good to reuse, why not? Especially if you're in a fixed income or you're in a budget, you know, you could do that and you don't see any infestation of, you know, bugs or anything like that. You can reuse it. I do it all the time since I've been growing orchids myself, and it's been, you know, 3 years, almost going on 4 years now. And so far, I haven't had no issue reusing good bark that are still good, you know. But I think I do need to add some more though, because maybe not. We'll see. Okay. But anyway, there we go. I have potted up my Phalaenopsis that is still in bloom. So let me wash my hand. And yeah, the top layer of the bark, you can reuse them. It's really good. I mean, you know, if you can be, you know, not wasteful with stuff, and you know. I try to be I try to be economical. So anyway, here we are. I have repotted my orchid here. I will be posting a couple more repots. Till then, thank you for watching, and thank you for listening as well. And happy orchid growing, you guys, and have a good weekend. Bye for now.